Antoine Walker back with us. Thanks for sticking around, Antoine. Lots to talk about this morning. We need you. What a way to open up the NBA Finals with something, come on, who saw coming? A close game between these two, a game that went to overtime, a game the Cavs could have won in regulation. LeBron did his part, scored 51, his high for an NBA Finals game. His team working hard enough to take this to overtime, but the Warriors would go on to win. Here's Warriors head coach Steve Kerr on this LeBron team.
We're playing a great team. It's the finals. It's not going to be easy. I know everybody has been saying and writing that it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. We're playing a great team. They've been to the finals 4 years in a row, just like we have, for a reason. They have a guy who's playing basketball at a level that I'm not sure anybody's ever seen before when you consider everything he's doing. And he's got a really good group of teammates around him, and they put a lot of pressure on you. They're really hard to guard, so it's going to be a tough series.
Very, very good group of guys around you, Antoine. I mean, they're almost hard to name, all of those great guys. Did last night make you think, Antoine, this series could actually be close moving forward?
Yeah, if they would have won. I mean, they would have had to win for me to really feel that way. You asking LeBron to score 51 points to have a legitimate chance to win, it's going to be very difficult for him to do that for 4 games. So they need other guys to step up. I know Kevin Love played well last night, but Cleveland still made some mistakes, and I thought it came on the defensive end. You can't let Jordan Bell, JaVale McGee, and Looney give you 16 points. You got to deal with the big 4 already.
Yes.
They got 16 points for those 3 guys coming off the bench. I think, Looney started. You got to stop that. And they got easy buckets, like backdoor dunks.
Yeah, none of them were outside of 3 feet.
Sean Livingston added 10 on 4 shots. 4 for 4.
But I'm not bothered by Sean Livingston. He's been there before. He's a guy that's capable of doing that on any given night. But those 3 guys cannot get you can't give them 16 points and expect to beat Golden State. So they got to get better on that. I didn't like the 12 turnovers. I think you got to be in single digits taking care of the basketball, more like 7, 8. Balance on the 3-point line. Obviously they go 13 for 36, and then Cleveland goes 10 for 37. So that wasn't too bad. You didn't get killed at the 3-point line. So they did enough to put themselves in position, and obviously LeBron had the big night. But they got to be better defensively. Got to be a little bit more stingier, more attention to detail. That's a big 3 at the end of the half, man, Steph Curry, when you think about
big
that.
3.
Just those little things. You can't have those mistakes if you want to make this as long a series.
Had they won the game, I could come on TV this morning and say, listen, here's the deal. Cavs just got to win 2 of the next 5. Because 2 of the next 5, you get a Game 7, and guess what? LeBron ain't lost a Game 7 in a decade. All the pressure's on Golden State. We've seen the Cavs win a Game 7 of the NBA Finals on the road against this team.
And, Nick, you believe that they're going to have to win 2 games in Golden State.
That's the other part of this. I do believe that. Because I don't think you can just say, Cleveland's going to win all 3 in Cleveland.
Right.
I think Cleveland could win 2 in Cleveland, ideally. But if you don't have home court and you lose one of your home games, now you got to win 2 on the road. You're not going to get... What are the odds that LeBron has a game better than last night? You can make the argument it's the best NBA Finals game ever. I would make the argument it's the 3rd best NBA Finals game ever, behind Elgin Baylor's 61 and Jordan's 55 against the Suns.
Yeah.
So
I believe LeBron comes back in Game 2 with something special with the 3 days. I'm concerned about Games 3 and 4 because that's where the rest get. I believe LeBron's going to be really special on Sunday.
But wouldn't really special be 45, 10, and 7?
35.
Right.
Your number, Nick. 35, 12, and 10 or 9.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That's a great game. The idea that he's going to go better than 51, 8, and 8 on 56%, that's hard to fathom, even for a guy as great as he is.
I think it's more about the others. I think Kevin Love duplicate his performance. Can you get George Hill to be a little bit better? I thought he was okay, and obviously
he made 2 shots.
But he should have a chip on his shoulder. He missed a big free throw.
Yes.
He's an 80% free throw shooter. He should have a chip on his shoulder. J.R. Smith, how are you going to respond? And it's not necessarily he has to have 20 points, but play solid defense, make the right plays. Don't forget that the game is tied up. Those type of things, that J.R. Smith has got to do. I'm more worried about the
after
others.
the first quarter, J.R. and George Hill, they disappear. I mean, JR had 7 early, ends up with 10 points. I mean, you cannot just not have the productivity from your backcourt. LeBron gives you 51. The other starters, 4 of them, they give you 40. You're only at 91 points, and your guy gave you 51. You can't win like that. LeBron's going to play a game. He's going to have a great all-round game that they're going to have to win, where he's not going to be able to do 40 or 50.
Don't forget the fact the Warriors aren't going to let this happen to them twice. Like, yeah, the Cavs can either come close to duplicating it, maybe not LeBron, but have other guys step up, play mistake-free basketball, and they still have to play the Warriors, where KD is probably going to have a bigger game. Maybe the Splash Brothers have combined for more than 50.
Well, we don't know if the Splash Brothers are going to be there, because the one thing we have not talked about, and that is Klay. Because that leg, man, him limping around on that leg and that injury, I believe will have a role of how healthy he is. And I wouldn't be shocked at all if he missed some time.
Wow. Yeah, he could possibly miss a game. I mean, he looked really bad. He left the game early when all the commotion was going on. He went to the locker room to start his treatment process. So the 2 days off may help him, but it's going to be tough. That game 3 and 4 in Cleveland, coming, trying to get out there and play, and then Andre Iguodala not being there. I didn't know how bad they need Andre until last night.
So the same with me. I was making a joke these last couple days. Andre Iguodala, the LeBron stopper. I just ran through LeBron's numbers in the finals against Golden State. He's averaging 33, 12, and 10 over the last 3 years in the finals. Little did I know, if Iggy's not out there, he gives you 51, 8, and 8. Here is, if I'm Ty Lue, here is what I'm preaching to my team. Guys, in regulation, we scored 107. We shot terribly from 3. We made 9 3-pointers in regulation. Shot less than 30%. We still scored 107. They only turned the ball over 7 times, which is a great number for Golden State.
Yes.
We still scored 107. Like, they can't stop us getting to the rim. They can't stop LeBron getting to the rim. LeBron accounted for 70 points via scoring and assists. That ties his own record for most points in a finals game in the last 15 years. Most points accounted for in a finals game in the last 15 years. There are silver linings you can take out. And one other thing, see, they kind of did what I hoped they would do, which is they weren't so worried about what mismatch Kevin Durant has.
No.
If Kevin Durant's matched up on JR or George Hill, now I got George Hill in foul trouble, but you know what? If Kevin Durant wants to shoot that mid-range shot, shoot that mid-range shot.
That's what I said yesterday, Nick. I was wondering were they going to take a page from the Houston Rockets book and see if they would switch everything, and they did that. But still, I mean, it was times, and I'm a basketball junkie. I'm watching Jeff Green not fight over screens, but giving, Golden State missed a lot of wide open threes too last night, but not fighting through the screen. You're switching. You come together, you switch. It's just little things that Cleveland have to be perfect on if they want to win this series.
One of the things, LeBron's won a road game in 32 of the last 33 series he's been in. He won last night's game, but they didn't get credit for it. And to me, I haven't seen a team that was able to give away an NBA Finals game, especially one. We've never seen one as lopsided as this. And now how does LeBron get that first road win? Because, man, I believe there's still substantial pressure on Golden State. In Cleveland, there's no pressure on them.
All right, Antoine, stick around. Coming up, just what was J.R. Smith thinking at the end of regulation? Please, just tell me. That would be awesome.